All right, we're back, and I've got the case halves here. I got our bottom and our top case half. I'm going to do my last bit of cleaning, particularly on these surfaces where the case halves will meet, and just any of the in general nooks and crannies on the inside here to make sure it's clean. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to jump back with you just as we're getting some of the material on those surfaces, because we're going to put it on both this upper and the lower surface so that we get adequate coverage. We're going to take note and make sure and put a little extra at each of the bearings here and at the seals where the case halves meet, just so we're covered. I'm going to do that on these as well. So it's going to be a little bit painstaking. We're going to make sure we're not going to overdo it, but we definitely don't want to underdo it. So I'm going to clean it, and then I'll get started on the application of our sealant material. Just a little bit ahead of time here. I've set it off to the side here. I was going to show you my Honda Bond. Honda on a Yamaha. I'll show you when I get back to it. We're back to Dewey's palette. Here's our Honda Bond, and I like to kind of paint it on. Judge me if you will, I don't care. But we have it applied to both surfaces. I would like to show you this, but I've never done it before, so I don't want to showing myself being on the struggle bus. But we got this adequately, probably a little too adequately placed on here, so I'm going to put the case halves together, and we'll show you that after that's done. All right, we're back, and I've got a little bit ahead of myself and a little behind myself and all of that in between. This was kind of chaotic. It was the first time doing this, but I got these together. I've got to go through and follow the torquing sequence, and I just need to focus on that right now. So I'm going to go ahead and torque that, and I'll give you a final. All right, we're back, and we got everything torqued down on top here, 10 Newton meters, except for one stud on the bottom. Kind of disappointed about that. It started doing the righty loosey thing, so I stopped it as soon as it started spinning. We got it down to almost 18 foot-pounds. A little disappointed about it. I'm not going to take all this apart and try to helicoil it or time sert it. It just isn't going to happen. So in the meantime, a little disappointed, but it's going to have to be good enough for me. I know some of the purists might frown on that, but that's just what our situation is here. I've reached my limit for my mental boundaries for tonight, so we're going to call it at that. We're probably going to get back into this before too long just to do an inspection, and that's when I'll heal it for testing purposes. This is going to be adequate, and this is my first reps on it, so we're going to go that route. Darn suckers who worked on this before. But thanks for watching. I know I'm disappointed, but we'll see you next time. Okay, this is the next day, and we have an update. The bolt, the stud that went from righty-tighty to lefty or righty-loosey, I replaced it. I remembered that I had these leftover studs from where I replaced the cylinder studs. And I thought, if that stud is bad and it's somehow stripped out itself, that's supposed to be harder than the aluminum, and for whatever reason was bad, perhaps I could put one of those new studs, which happened to be for this one only, this one, maybe another one, but for mainly this one, who was a little shorter than the other ones. I was able to extract it, and I started the new stud in and walked it in and was able to find good threads, and also was able to torque it down to the full 18 foot-pounds. And now ignore this nut here that stripped out. Sound like an ambulamp. I don't know if that picked it up. But look what the hell's going on with this stud thread. Note also that this is a different color stud. This metal is soft and wacky, and these threads are rolled. But since this was a regular type of stud and stud material, and the threads were obviously the same, I was able to get it in there, and this problem is worse. Now again, ignore this nut on here. While I did attempt to chase these threads just to kind of see if I could get them to clean up, and some stuff happened. Okay, let's just say stuff happened. But so this thing's forever on here, and it's actually going to go in the trash or wherever. These threads were fine, but these were not, and it's pretty obvious why. If I really wanted to clean that up, I would get my tap and die set out and dye it. Well, it is close to the beginning of January, so yeah, dye it. But no, I'm just kidding. I'd try to clean those up. But this saved my ass, and I'm like Trump. I'm winning. This is a win. The bad news is I was in the process of giving up today, again, the next day, that I was going to take this all apart, because in a panic, I purchased a time cert set for these, which are M8 by 1.25. So now I have a M10, M12, and M8 time cert set, because I was going to take it apart, take the top part of the cases and time cert it, but I cleaned it out and I don't have to. Wish I wouldn't have spent that $140. Thanks for watching.